Hello again. I have another story for you today, metaphysically, that is. So, it starts in the same place that the last one started, the last one being the five forces of reality. But those don't really factor into this. It's just those things implied objectivity at a certain level, and we agree that there's an objective way that the physical world is. But I'm going to make a whole other claim now and say that there's such a thing as objective morality. And before you go thinking I'm going to lay down the Bible and tell you what it is, I don't know what it is. I make mistakes. I'm pretty human. There is objective morality. You might disagree with that, but then I would ask you, why is it that there's such a universal agreement that wanton murder is a bad thing? Wanton meaning like just killing people for no reason. We say that's bad, and there are reasons that could be used to explain it, like that's just how we evolutionarily evolved in order to be a cooperative species, or like this is just how society is set up, and that's why we decided it's this way. Which those make sense, and I don't want to argue against that. Instead, I want to tell you a story. And the story goes like this. Imagine that morality was a big maze. Consider it a two-dimensional maze, just to make sense of it right now. Uh, think about you're in the center of this maze. You're trying to find a way out of it in any direction you can. And you're walking along and you find these turning points where you have to make decisions, moral decisions about how you feel about certain things, or why you feel the way you feel about things, justifying getting places. And you'll end up winding up at some conclusions, and you will sometimes spend your whole life at those conclusions. Like maybe you'll never think that killing people for no reason is a good idea. And is that the truth? Well, that might be the truth, but what about eating animals, for example? Do all lives matter? As in, does the life of every living thing matter in the sense that we should not be consuming other life to continue living? That's a very hairy question with a lot of different places that people have ended up. But think of it as a maze, and then think about how it would look if you were just looking down at the maze from a top-down perspective. You would just say, oh, but this is really easy. You understand the maze itself, and you don't have to navigate it like somebody who's in the maze, right? Now, is there a way out of the maze? I would say there are multiple ways out of the maze. And the kicker is, my way out of the maze isn't the same way as your way out of the maze. And it's quite possible that we'll never escape it while we're living. We'll never find that exit of our own. But what we can do is get better at navigating the maze. What I propose is that people get better at understanding each other's perspectives on why they think that they know the right way, but my way seems to be pointing in the opposite direction. What is that divergence point between people, and how can we logically explain that? That's how you get better at navigating the maze, as far as I'm concerned. And that should be an end goal. What's the point if there's no way out? Because I think there is a way out. I don't know what it is. And really just human understanding is the biggest part of it. Like, don't you want to know why there's evil in the world, why people think the way they think? Isn't that interesting to you? It's interesting to me. Let's see if there's anything else I wanted to say. I will just leave you with a quote. Watch out for dead ends because you're probably in one right now. And am I in a dead end? Well, hey, listen, at least I'm out here trying, right? I'm trying to spot my own mistakes as a person and change those mistakes. And I think that's the most that anyone in the world can do. Alright, I'm going to cap it here. That was the Objective Morality video. Thank you for watching.